Hello, everybody. I have to do this live. My daughter's right beside me. I got one in PetSmart here, but she's going to be patiently going through it. She's got her headphones in now anyway. So, the power shift, people sharing that stuff with me and other groups, videos. I'm going to be honest, folks. We're getting set now, absolutely, for an early registration of the party. We're going to be registering in November. We're not stopping here. We're going full tilt. I can't explore everybody's videos. I can't chase people down. I'm going to tell everybody 90% of the groups you encounter are full of it. Full of it. They all dance around, leading you to the crown. The CPU is a not registered political party at all. I don't even know them as an NGO of any kind, a civil society or non-profit. This is a group of very socialist women, sorry to say, public sector, which I'm going to do presentations on that. And they go into things that they pretend is either international law or pretend they have a dynamic path forward. And it's just like Maxime Bernier and so many blowhards from left to right and all these groups in between, other countries that everybody runs to. Oh, look, they're going to do this and we're going to write a letter and we're going to... Folks, there's only one international community that has say over our country. And again, for the umpteenth time, it's the P5, the UNSC P5, the United Nations Security Council. They battle all the times. Right now, Russia, USA, and the rest of them are in a massive, heated aggression. There's a military campaign by one of them. This happens all the time. It's been going on long since World War II. They still come together to do their jobs. Look at South Sudan and Sudan today. They're doing their jobs, working on the worst of the worst. Syracuse principles are not laws. They're not international laws. They are definitely not, and I repeat, not part of the Convention on the Civil, Political, and Cultural Rights that is world binding law. Absolute. Does Canada violate that? All the time. But are they liable under the Syracuse principles, which are not laws? No. Even the ICJ Canada, Canada's baloney International Court of Justice, that they used to replace, International Commission of Jurists. See, there I'm doing it now too. Their International Commission of Jurists Canada is a baloney International Court of Justice. What is it? It's domestic Canada hiring for hire international judges to sit on a Crown preferred court that makes decisions for Canadians who think they're going to the international stage. They are not. Syracuse principles. And I have much more. Not only do I have that entire document, I have everything that Canada's done in violation of the actual convention that is binding world law, a binding treaty. And still, Canada, USA, UK get rubbed out. The International Court says, nope, they're a P5. We can't go after them. I have Yugoslavia, Morocco. I can go through so many whom filed against the government of Canada. These are countries in the International Real Court who went after Canada, and Canada couldn't get out of it. But Canada won't be held accountable because those countries joined the UN Convention after its ratification way back in time, way back. And the years that Canada did its atrocities in so many countries. Yes, did you hear me? Canada has committed atrocities all over the world. We don't get that knowledge. I can find it pretty easy. It's easy for me as I've gone through the UNSC. I've gone through even the UN General Assembly. I've gone through the ICJ and the ICC. ICJ, there are many, many filings against Canada over many, many decades. Canada, and guess who else? All the crown colonial countries. UK escapes with its veto power. USA escapes with its veto power. Not Canada. All of it's logged there. The crimes happened, but for the luck of Canada, that court can't rule for countries whom joined and signed on at way later dates when the crime happened before. Now, these aren't absolute genocides. Some are. Some are. The Syracuse principles to hold our government to account, they're USA domestic laws. USA's system domestically passed them for United States citizens domestically. Good luck getting an American law that's only law on the Americans in the USA. Only law there. Good luck taking that American law and getting that ratified in Parliament or any provincial legislature. They will stick their middle finger up at you and say, take a hike. We don't need you. We don't want you. We are never to be accountable. You can give CPU the power shift money. You can give them all your personal information, your phone number, your address, sign bogus letters, send it into the government if they're going to send it on the Syracuse principles. And Canada's going to scratch their head and go, are you crazy? This isn't international law. And they'll laugh at you. And I think the CPU knows if you do any reading on it, looking at what they published on the video, it's a clear fraud. It took me all of 3 minutes, but I don't want to watch videos from other groups anymore. I don't. And people who are going after that, I'm not an investigative journalist. I'm not a police officer. I'm not an investigator, even residential school genocide. I'm going to talk to that team. We're going to release what we were doing. I never did any investigations. All we did is teach how to go on the highest stage in the world to the real international community, higher than the Canadian government, that can bind the Canadian government. That's all we did, and that's what I do, and I'm doing around the world. I'm in with Italy right now, where people are saying the Syracuse principles, where there's been an establishment in Italy for that, and that's what USA crafted domestically on those principles and made their own laws for domestic Americans. You will never get any crown in Canada to ever enact that. Good luck getting a MP to go through and present that to make it law. None of the crown colonial political parties, not CPC, not Liberals, and not NDP, and the rest of them, none of them will. Why would they? Just like, why are they going to do provincial constitutions? They're not. They don't want to lose their autocratic divine authority. Emergency Act or forcing the people under gross autocratic laws like the Emergency Act, it was the War Measures Act before that, they can do what they want. We all saw it in COVID. Take your Syracuse principles. Good luck with that. Everyone's going to laugh at you. And you're going to a kangaroo court, an ICJ called the International Commission of Jurists, who's a for-hire set of justices for your crown colonial government. Now, go ahead, sign a letter, put your name to it. You're ratting yourself out to those who have the authority over you. That's what CPU is doing, if they're legitimately doing it. I don't believe it, because only an idiot would go with all of that, because honestly, it's pretty easy in literally 5 minutes, waste an hour of my time to determine that after I had to watch the bloody video, and it's like, oh, nope, that's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie. You know, I mean, here's the thing, and this is the positive part about this video. We are entering the 2024 federal election on the 5 new EDAs, 3 in Alberta, 1 in BC, 1 in Ontario. That means, folks, the prorogation of Parliament that's going to occur this December, as was passed to me from an MPP insider in the PCC. I trust them. I've known them for years. They say that's what's all been talked about. That's what Elections Canada's working on all through government. I don't know the locations. I'm going to use all the electoral district populations as of the last election to determine probably which ones they're going to have to be. Doesn't mean the government has to follow that. The Crown can do some dirty stuff, as we've seen all over the country, where why are these ridings such small populations and why are these other ones so large? But I'm going to go through it and hope that Elections Canada had full authority to take the overpopulous EDAs and the ones with surrounding ones with excessive population to create the new one, and use your brain that there's where it's going to be. These are where we're going to need candidates. So I have a lot to do with our party. It means a website. It means an accountant. It means a party board. It means a societal board. And then it means 5 candidates and 5 EDAs just for 2024, meaning we have to register in November. We are short, in my opinion, we are short 550 party founding members, legal founding members. I have 800 and some sheets behind me. I have another 100 on my phone and my email to print off, and it's been going great this last month. Just through that electronic, I've taken another probably 100, and, but it leaves a hole. We need to cover absolutely for 2025 every EDA, all provinces, the 3 territories. I'm short on 2 territories, maybe 3. I have a friend who's Inuit. We will probably likely have Northwest Territories covered, but I don't have Yukon, and I don't have none of it. And which you don't have to get full registration, but I want Inuit representatives. We want to build the EDAs. We want, folks, to cover absolutely all the Crown positions. You need a founding membership of no less than 1,500, in my opinion, to see that through right across Canada. That's what we have to do. I don't want to chase anything outside of the mainstream political parties. Dirt on the Green Party, the Conservative Party of Canada, the New Democrat Party of Canada, People's Party, Maxime Bernier, obviously the Liberal Party of Canada, anything that those politicians are signing and doing over the last few years, the players at hand today, all of them, they're historical faults. That's what I work on, because what we're going to do in 2024 is going to give us massive media attention, all for free, massive coverage of all those ridings. It's going to get media and the public looking at our website, at least leading up to what was going to be 2025. The reality is, out of pocket, at bare minimum, I'm looking at about $8,000. And, I'm going to cover that. That's just the way it was in Alberta, just for these 5 EDAs. And I got to work through that. I want to work through that here over the next few months. Then I want to finish BC, which we have to do. There's one of those EDAs there. And then it's back in Ontario to get that EDA covered. And we're going to try and go with, common sense would say, the most populous with the most populous surrounding is going to be the division of a new EDA. I would hope that's true, but the Crown can make their own determinations, but we can try to guess and get people prepared for that. But what you're going to win out of this is literally about $250,000 in government coverage, media coverage, all medias, interviews, all of it. Millions of Canadians are going to see it. Then it's going to put them in 2024 June. That's when it's going to happen, June. The election may be post that, or it could be at that time. I don't know. But it's going to be 5 brand new EDAs. Quebec's losing one. This is the focus I'm at right now. A lot of people ask me, can you get me this? I need stuff on that. Guys, I'm extremely busy. I want to build a website that is going to host everything you need, resources there. But I can't jump to the pump for everybody. I can't. Nobody can. And a lot of people have to be resourceful enough to kind of do things on their own. There's tons on my Facebook that have covered lots of these topics. You just type my name and the information you're looking for. Put keywords in. That's all you have to do, and generally it will pop up. If it doesn't, sadly, you're going to have to take the time to scroll through. I don't have 8-9 hours a day to research through 5 years of Facebook posts made by myself. You can click on videos, you can try to scroll through, look at titles. I'm sorry that sucks, but you can't ask me to do it. Multiple people every day, and I'm not trying to be harsh and mean here. It's just, I have a life, I have a lot I'm doing, and I do every day, and I don't have time to work for everybody. I don't. And it's a lot to ask when you get 20, 30, 40 messages a day sometimes. It's a tall order, and it's like, I can't spend all day on my phone. Now, this is where we're going. It's very positive. 2024, that's going to happen. You're all going to see it in prorogation of December here of 2023, and it will close out for memberships. If you haven't got your membership and you're diddling around, message me, email me, Dave, VJ, Bjorkman, my last name, at gmail.com. I will send you the form. You print it in color. You fill it out. You take a clear, legible, in color picture of it, showing all of it. You can see all the writing, and send that to me via email. You do that, the Elections Canada accepts that. As long as you printed an original form, filled it out, signed it, did everything correct, they accept that. Again, take the picture, I'll print it at my end. It will go on the massive stack of forms, and I will send them off this coming November, all at the same time, and everyone will get a package mailed to them from the federal government. Your duty to fill that out. If nobody does that, or people don't do that, you won't get founding membership, and you only need 250, but I want 1,500 founding members across Canada, and yes, the territories too, which is a tall order. They're very small population, and they're very remote. I guess if I really have to after BC, I'm going to have to find a way to find the budget and find the time to do Yukon and none of it. But I mean, that's a tall order. It's a lot of dinero and a lot of time. Time I don't have, but I mean, we got to do what we got to do. This has to get done. So please, everybody, share that amongst each other. Yes, I have a commissions on Facebook, but it's not going to be the communication tool. I will have to fire up Zoom again because they don't give you enough people there, and that's what we're going to have to do. So that's my video. Get it out to everybody in the party. Those who are interested, I need to know. You need to get your membership in because there's a tall order of things done. Not small, they're major, and it's a lot of money. And then there's also an annual expense. And at the part of registration with the party, then we're going to start legally taking donations. But as it stands now, it's all out of my pocket, as the last 2 years have been. Same thing in Alberta. A lot of people talk, blah, blah, blah. But really, how much did these people spend? How much of their time did they really spend? Nobody as much as me. There was about 3 of us, to be honest, that put in a lot of time, which equals money and personal money. So, you know, I don't have any feel sorry for anybody or feel guilty for nothing, because I paid a tremendous amount, more than anybody else by a large margin. And I don't, you know, it's all good. I'm not complaining, but there's major expenses involved here as we get going. And when people start demanding or wanting, it's like, listen, you're already getting a tremendous gift. you're going to have to start doing for yourself. And I'm not going to allow what happened in 2019 to carry forward with us. More than that, every single key position as we build the board, we get the accountant, we get the website and the web developer. There's going to be liability forms signed because I am not going through what I went in 2019. And I'll tell you stuff publicly here, folks. The best way to corrupt a party or hurt a party really bad is to compromise the website, to steal the website. You wouldn't believe how many paid developers, I mean, here's cash, do this for me, and all of a sudden, this is my website, I'm the party now, and you're like, what? Are you mentally ill? Do you really want to go through court for all that? And literally, folks, that's the disgusting part of it, the sick behind the scenes politics that you can experience. So no, I won't be going through any of that this time around, as in fact, I went through 3 websites leading up to 2019. 3 developers, 3 different websites. Imagine forking over money 3 times for one service. And then in the end, I'm running the website by myself, right? And you wouldn't believe the amount of hours in a day. And it's like, wow, because you can't even trust people to be decent. And that's what I mean, all of this, all these grifters, all these groups selling fantasies, lies to Canadians and First Peoples only to fill their pockets. It goes on and on and on. The swamp is deep with the Crown. It is a Crown problematic corruption. You can go look it up. All monarchies are problematic corruption. Think about that word, problematic corruption. That should say everything. That should scream out to everybody. But Canadians have been institutionalized for a very long time. First Peoples as well, too. They're very susceptible and used to getting fleeced. They run into the baloney, the fraudulent, the grifters, and they just fork out money. They don't care. It's a comfort lie. Well, I'm done with lies. I'm done with the corruption of the government at every single level in all spectrums, right or left. I'm done with it. And we're going to give you the legal platform how to fix that. You want to get involved? Start with filling out a membership form. Get it out there to your friends. Say, what do you got to lose? It's free. When do you ever see anyone come forward? I'm paying this, I'm paying that. They all just suck like leeches in blood. And when we get registered, I'll go through all that with candidates too. If anyone didn't see in 2019, our candidates started getting on one website all the links to donating, each of them. It was the first written program like that ever in any political situation ever. And I got a lot of kudos, as I'm not a tech guy, but I was able to craft and write that. And this guy was high tech going, who taught you this? Like, nobody. I learned it on my own, so that's the cool part. There's cool things we have that nobody else has done that we can do for everybody. And, that's it. Monumental works. I'm still going to do lives, but a lot of chasing people's rabbit holes down. I'm sorry, but if you're gullible and susceptible to that, and I'm sorry to say it like that, I just got to let you have at her, because I can't investigate everybody's hooey, because there's a crap load of it. And really, if you want to know the truth, you can take the things they're talking about and research it for yourself. And when something says non-binding or non-treaty agreement on a specific country, and then you take these Syracuse principles and go, okay, now Government of Canada, and you find out, no, they're not attached to it, they're not affiliated with it, they've never passed any legislation for it. And in fact, you find human rights lawyers in Canada, an NGO, going, why won't they? Long time ago. And the government just gives them this. They will never. Why would they? They're the Crown. They have pure autocratic authority. Why would they ever give that up? Their emergency powers, they've constituted it. It's constitutionally binding. They're never going to give it up. And then they will use an amendment procedure like, we'll have to get all the premiers to vote. And they won't vote for it because there's no constitutions in a province. Why would they ever want that? Oh no, accountable to the people. I can't fill my back pocket anymore. I can't lie, cheat, steal, take as much money as I need from the low-life degenerate subjects and constitutionally defined savages. They're not going to change. They never have in 150 years. They never will. These are creative actors brought up. Pierre Poilievre, Justin Trudeau, they were brought up in their respective crown rights and lefts to cheat you. And they play hot potato, and the potato is money. Pigs at the trough. My next Facebook Live series is going to be Pigs at the Trough. I introduced it. I've already got a band who wrote a song in the United States called Pigs at the Trough. All about our financial system, all about our crummy politicians. They've given me permission to use the song to intro all of my videos in this series. Beautiful, right? So we'll see if Facebook starts trying to take me down. It's going to be what in the, I don't know, but I'm good to go. So God bless everybody. Share, share, share. Look around for all those in our party. There's lots on Facebook. I know it's quiet these days. Everybody's working in the season. People are out of COVID. But reach out, everybody on my friends that isn't active. I can't do everything and I need help. And that's just the way it is. I know we're going to be opening another Facebook page. There's mine. Not opening it, but I'm going to open it up to people to manage that, all of you, and you can be there and active, a group. We're going to have to do it. And, I'm going to need group managers on that. And, they're going to run it and keep it clean. And we're going to do that and let it be public and let people all see it. And that's the way it is because we have to grow. We have to achieve. And it's come very, very fast now, more than a year and a half ahead of schedule. So it does change everything and it puts on more pressures. So thanks again. Got to take my girls home. They're sitting there looking at me like, Dad. Okay. All right. Bye now.